the ball. Come on. Yeah. He wanna fuck with a queen. Yeah. Yeah. He wanna fuck with a queen. Yeah. Here she come, Amelie at the bar like the rock here. All black Benny, how I got here. A bitch is on the rise like I'm hot here. You ain't gotta have my back, I got a lot there. Making papers what I'm into. Learned again from all the shit I've been through. Street life got me sharper than a Ginsu. Gotta grind hard, bills due, rent due. You see me looking yummy in a video. I see you looking bummy like a silly hoe. They mad that my pockets all grown up. These hoes should be sitting in a donut. Hold up, lights on me like a light pole. Fucking with my fam, I go psycho. These bitches suck like lipo, but these niggas know I'm bad like Michael. He wanna fuck with a queen. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. It is Thursday, baby. Crystal clear thoughts with your girl, Queen NEEN. I am in the building. Y'all already know I am my own drummer. And you already know we are live, direct, coming from one of the number one LGBTQ plus everyone else radio stations in Philadelphia. Let's give a big shout out to A Radio. My main homie. Philly is in the building. Philly, thank you for keeping the doors open, baby. We are in the building. What's up, everybody? I'm here. I'm back from Orlando. I'm in the building. I got a lot to talk about this week. The main topic is stepping outside the box, and we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about how we can step outside this box and how we can do things different by altering the way we think. But y'all know me, I got to start off by giving a shout out to all my black businesses, all my peoples out here doing big things. So you know me, I'm gonna start off with the team. Shout out to Delgado's, the family club 151, aka Delgado's, aka 151. I want to give a shout out to Rita, doing your thing real big. Shout out to the Delgado's team. I love everybody on the team. Let me give a drum roll for Delgado. And I gotta go ahead and just start this off with my guy, Cruz the Icon. I want to thank you so much for letting me come through the studio in Orlando and laying 4 tracks with you, man. I'm on 4 features with Cruz the Icon, Black. Shout out to Chaos, Medusa. Shout out to Wild Boar Entertainment. I'm going to give a shout out to that because, you know, that was one of the, Cruz is one of the first people that I've worked with as a radio host. And I want to just give him a shout out and tell him to continue to doing what you do because he went from Philly. He's in Arizona. He just so happened to be in Orlando when I'm down there. So, you know, it's no strange happenings. I want to give a shout out to Cruz for keeping in contact with me so that I could come through and lace them tracks. Cruz Icon in the building. And you already know I got to start it off with my boy Cash Buds. You already know LLC. We all talk about the medicinal. Speaking of medicinal, shout out to Chick with the Juice. You already know y'all can hear her up. She got the medicinal juices, the edibles, all of that shit. Shout out to Unique Sweets, Chef Trey and Nia. They got the same, you know, they got the same thing popping off, edibles, juices, drinks, whatever. Shout out to Amazing Human Beings. That's my girl, Mira. Shout out to Hazel Hangers. That's my girl, Lauren. Shout out to Leaders and Legends Dance School. Shout out to them. I haven't shouted them out at all during my time being on the radio show. I was a dance instructor there for a year and a half or so like that. But I want to give a shout out to Tiffany and her husband because they've been holding it down and doing stuff for the community as well in Southwest Philly. So I want to give a big drum roll to Leaders and Legends. Yes, and I also want to give a shout out to all the black businesses that I couldn't name. I just want to let everybody know that I'm very proud of everything you're doing out here, you know, whether it's LLC or whether you're starting from the house. just keep believing in yourself, believing in your dream, believing in your gift, and watch it excel. Because this right here, what y'all watching right now, is a dream, is a vision. And shout out to Philly for helping me make this manifest. Shout out to Phyllis Cypher, because Phyllis Cypher, he offered me a position on the Cypher show every Thursday, where I had manifested my little hosting position there. So I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody who's definitely been a part of me being on the radio, doing what I do, using my voice and talking to my people. Give a shout out to everybody. That was the African drum right there. That was the African drum. I want to give a special shout out to all my Furnace Falcon High School friends. I love y'all so much. Y'all come and see me. Y'all show out. Y'all show up. Y'all take care of me. I just want y'all to know I love y'all. Pre Diddy, Leia, Yakima, Joe. Oh my gosh, there's so many of y'all to name, but these are the people that I'm seeing all the time. I love y'all. Leo, thank you for getting some footage of me rapping on Monday. I appreciate that, because everybody knows karaoke night is my concert night. If you want to come through and see me perform on Mondays, just come through and y'all can watch me do my thing. So I want to give a shout out to everybody. I love y'all so much. Let's get this show started. I need a bongo. What's they called? The bongos. I need some drums. Anybody out there? First of all, let me go ahead and because I ain't too proud to beg. I want to start off by saying I'm looking for a manager. I'm looking for management. I'm looking for an assistant who is willing to help me put these flyers and shows together so that it can be more efficient on Thursdays, so my days can run smoother. I need help. So if there's anybody out there who wants to get in this, hosting, podcasting, radio, whatever, if you're into it, you're interested, you want to intern with me for a minute, come intern. You never know. It might turn into a check if you're doing what you need to do, because I definitely will pay you out of my pocket if I had to, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes money to make money. So I definitely need that in my life. So I want to give a shout out to anybody that's willing to come do that. I need you. I need you on the team, Crystal Clear Thinker team. Shout out to all my Crystal Clear Thinkers. Okay, y'all, let's start it off. I went to Orlando for a week with my daughter. I had a ball. Besides the fun, I realized that I could have probably gotten hosting positions. I could have definitely gotten a few jobs while I was down there. So me saying that this show is about thinking outside the box, it's because it took a lot for me to get to Orlando, right? I'm 39, everybody. My daughter is 9. This was her first flight. This was my third flight. So for me, I wasn't thinking out the box as far with the traveling thing. I thought Philly was the place I needed to be in order for my gift to grow and everything, which I don't know why I was thinking like that. I don't know what it was. It could have been the environment. It could have been the energy that was around me. But I really thought that Philly was it. Now, I've traveled other places in the car and all of that before I flew. Drove up and down, been to Chicago, Atlanta, the Carolinas. I've been to places. But to actually go to Orlando, and which is a whole nother climate, it's a whole nother situation, and to have the energy I have and people attract to that, I knew that my mind, when I said I was going, and it was for a reason. I wasn't just going to have fun. I was going to see where my marketable abilities lied in Orlando. And when I got there, I realized that it's so much that I can do with this show and outside of my show, doing just things in general that I love to do, the music, the culture, food, all of those things. It was just so open, and I was just so unaware of how dangerous it is if you're not using your mind and thinking outside the box. Now, when I say think outside the box, I'm talking about escaping the normal things that we know today. If you only traveled in Philadelphia, you haven't been anywhere else, then you need to think outside the box. And that means that you need to find another way. You need to go somewhere else, because you never know. That place that you might go might be the place you needed to be. So I'm always willing and able to jump forward to new ideas. Being a Taurus woman, it's hard to not be stubborn about it. But being as though I'm on that cusp, I'm so glad that I'm able to work with myself because I get I get in my own ass sometimes. I gotta look in the mirror and say, listen, this is a move to make. You never know the potential that comes behind these moves you're gonna make. So you gotta do something different. And my family, my friends, people who know me, they know that I'm a go-getter, per se. But as far as trying new things, I'll weigh my options on it because I'm like, if the shit don't work or something goes wrong, I'm gonna be pissed off. So, and people don't like when I'm pissed off because I have a resting bitch face and it's just bananas. And it makes people feel some type of way. It makes people think that I'm angry and I don't like that. So I try not to overindulge in things that I feel like is too much. But when I say stepping outside the box for me has made me a better me today, it has. Tools we can use to step outside the box. I've already given y'all plenty of things that I do, as far as reading and all of that. Y'all know that I'm into all of that. But it's things that you can do to step outside your box. One thing that I love to do is write. Um, Writing is a release. Some use sex, some use drugs, some use alcohol, some use writing, some use drawing, some use, it's just so many things that people use to vent and get certain energies out of them. But I found the book, my favorite store, Five Below, has all the books in the middle of the store. If you go on Five Below, I told you if you wanted the Today I Affirm book, DM me. I will make sure I personally go get you a book and autograph and sign it and dedicate it to you personally. So let me know. These books are only $5. I'll get it for you and you'll get it for free. That's just where I'm at today in life. But the one book that I picked up was a book called Write the Poem. So it gives you a word or things, and maybe it'll give you write a poem about time. So I take these books and I use them to my advantage. So when I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, my mind is going crazy, I need to do something, I just write down my thoughts. I write down what I see. I write down what I want. I write down what I desire. Stepping outside the box. Everybody knows when you go to Orlando or Florida or any places that have timeshares, they're going to try to sell you a timeshare. Yes, I purchased a timeshare. The things that I have to deal with the timeshare is what I have to deal with. But when I promoted that good news that I had people on my post, oh my God, they got this, they got this, and they don't know what I did to get this timeshare. But they just told me all of the bad experiences that they had, which is not thinking outside the box. Thinking outside the box is like, oh, I had a bad experience, but maybe NEEN's experience would be different and let's see how it goes from there. Not write a paragraph about how your bad experience turned out. That's on you or whatever your experience was because maybe you didn't read fine print or you didn't hear what they said. I don't know. But at the same time, don't rain on my parade because you had a bad experience. You know what I'm saying? And that for me is another thing that our people, black people, we do. And we have to think outside the box. We have to stop leading with negativity and lead with positivity. When someone is giving you a piece of them or some good news or something that they feel is profound in their hearts, you should promote it. That means you should uplift it. If you're going to come to tear it down, because here go my thing, you could have DM'd me that shit. You could DM me those messages and say, yo, dog, I did this and this is what happened. And then told me your story. But to go on my public page to make your story seem better than my post, that's unheard of to me because that's weird. I think it's weird. You don't get on people's posts and post your negative ass thoughts. And a lot of people do a lot of Twitter gangster thumb thugs. I call y'all thumb thugs. Y'all like to get on the internet and tell people how they ain't shit, tell people what they need to do. And then if you go look in your life probably fucked up. So my thing is, shut the fuck up. Nobody needs you to downplay something that people are living or thriving off. It's unfair. Step outside the box, my people, and think bigger, think better, and think different. Stop putting your people down. If we come together, we can uplift each other as a whole, then everything will work out. But if you throw negativity at people's shit, then nothing will work out for you, and you can make negative energy touch them. So I'm so adamant about that. Like, chill the fuck out, people. Stop minding other people's business and mind the business that pays you. If you're not going to do that, get away from me. But anyway, that was my little spill on that. Let's get back to what I do to step outside the box. So I told you guys I use the books. Today I Affirm is my favorite book. It's a daily personal journal. My sister Kim, shout out to Kim Beatty. I didn't get to shout out my sister. Hope for Tomorrow Village. Shout out to you, baby. Clean and company, everything. She's working hard, taking care of the fam. I love you, sis. But this book, I got all my sisters this book. Today I Affirm. This book means a lot. This book is based off of what you're affirming for yourself and what you're confirming for your future. So I would say, get a book. You can get a blank book. It doesn't have to be a book that somebody already wants you to write with, upon what they wrote. But today I affirm, I choose, I am letting go. My power is, my weaknesses don't. This book helps you put together some type of plan for your mental well-being so that you can be in a better state of mind. So I want to give a shout out to those crystal clear thinkers who use the tools that I give them to actually sit with yourself and have a better way of understanding how you want to deal with things, how you want to receive things, and how you want to act when things approach. So my whole goal is to promote mental healthiness. Mental healthiness. That means that when your mind is healthy, when your mind state is healthy, you have the control to make the things work out the way you need. I'm not saying that karma and paths won't get a fork in the road. I'm not saying that karma won't step up and slap us in the face. But how would you take it? How are you going to take what karma's bringing? Or are you doing as much as you can to be a positive person that karma doesn't even affect you? So those are the ways of stepping outside the box. Another thing, everybody knows I'm into astrology. Studying yourself is a tool to step outside the box, to step outside the normalcies that people have for us, that people put upon us. Because if you think about it, if you all think about it, everything you know today is what you've been taught from other people. The things that you're learning and teaching yourself are the things that are most fulfilling. When you're learning what you need to learn and researching for yourself is way more fulfilling than other people telling you what to do or how to do it. It is fulfilling. YouTube, you can YouTube anything. You can YouTube anything. So just when you feel like, oh, I don't know how to do it, YouTube it. Somebody's going to show you. And then it'll be more fulfilling once you be like, oh, that was it. And then you take the initial steps to do what you have to do. But I want to, put that out there. I think that everybody has to figure themselves out before we try to figure other people out. Stop trying to figure your brothers and sisters out when you know you got your own garden to tend to. And a lot of these things I learned from the Moorish Science Temple of America. So I want to give a shout out to that establishment that Noble Drew Ali put together to teach people to think outside the box. That was the whole purpose and plan of studying yourself and knowing yourself and your Father God. That's what he taught us. That's what his message was. So anybody who joined the Moorish Science Temple of America understands that he gave us extra tools to think outside the box. So we're kind of a step up in awareness and enlightenment. I'm not saying everybody should join. organizations or whatever, I feel as though whatever floats your boat and whatever draws you to it, that's something that you should do. If you feel as though it's going to help you evolve, because I know for a fact that MST of A is part of my evolvement. It's part of my queenship. It's part of my prophetessism, the study of being a prophetess. It's part of that. It's part of my religion, you know, and it's made me a grander person for my child and for those around me. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still get my attitudes. I still get a little bitchy, but I know that I've always had those tools, and it's a little bit easier to get out of those funks knowing that I have the tools to put me in a space where I need to be. So I want to give a shout out to the MST of A and the Islam, to all the brothers and sisters of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Um, I want to also get into with the thinking outside the box. Self-love, thinking outside the box. When people think of self-love, we automatically think of looking at ourselves in the mirror, having a reflection, and being okay with that person in the mirror. When we get in the mirror, we need to have those talks with ourselves and remind ourselves who we are and what we want for ourselves, so that it can manifest within and then bloom on the outer. My point is, if you put water in your body every day, maybe 8 times a day, the body will reflect that. Your skin clears up. Your skin actually lightens up if you don't overdo the water, but you get a lighter complexion, which is natural to do. And you know, the sun is vitamin D. You're getting all these nutrients, natural nutrients, if you're eating the nuts and the herbs and things like that. We all know that if you put those things in your body reflects that. So just imagine if you put special, proper love thoughts in your brain, how you can manifest that in the flesh. For instance, I went to Orlando with a mind frame of happiness. I met so many people in Orlando, comedians. I've met white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever. I met them and I loved on them and they loved on me. And I had a great time. That's why this show is called Crystal Clear Thoughts. It's not about just my people, it's about people in general. It's about us together, putting love first and making sure that we understand love is a higher power. It goes a long fucking way. Okay. The people that are around you for a reason. If you got negative ass people around you, it's reflecting the negative thought patterns you have. If you have positive going people, it reflects the great energy and positive thoughts that you have. If we're not doing these things properly, for ourselves, how dare we try to love others? How dare we try to make someone love us? How dare we try to pull things from other people if we can't deal with who's looking in the mirror? Step outside the box and have a talk with self. No, you're not going to look crazy when you're telling yourself you love you and how beautiful you are and how you love the way your skin is glowing and how you love the way your body's moving and working the way you want it to work. Why not? Every living thing is connected to every other living thing, says Noble Drew Ali. That's what the brother said. And then when you do your research, you know that all living things are connected to all living things. It's just what it is. I'm not saying the DNAs are probably proper and the same, but if you're breathing breath, that's life. So you're connected to everything that's breathing breath. Your connection you have could be deeply rooted or outwardly rooted. You might know it from just looking, or you might feel it within. But just know that these things are important to growth. We can't grow if we're not reflecting ourselves. I don't want to hear about the bullshit that's going on. I want to hear about how we can make it right. I want to hear about what's the steps to do what we need to do to make it better. You know what I mean? That's why I love my team Delgados. We understand that we're here for a cause. It's not just for our selves and to do what we need to do to make money and things like that. No, it's a reflection of the person that's running this sees potential in everybody and sees us being on a different level than any other people that we're around or any other establishment. Then why not think like that? I want to think big like a boss. So when you got a boss around and they're showing you how they became a boss, you should, take heed to it. And they're showing you the way. That means that they're doing self-reflection and saying to themselves, I'm a boss. When I'm in the mirror, that's what I say it all the time. I'm a boss. I'm the boss of me. I'm the boss of my daughter until she's older. And I'm the boss of Crystal Clear Thinkers. Philly is the boss of A Radio. So if we have these goals and these things that we want to obtain, we got to put love in a specific place in ourselves so that we can always manifest that. So when we deal with other people, that shit brushes off us. We keep it moving and get the bag. Because the only way you can't get a bag is if you don't get the bag. It's up to you to go and grab it, to stuff it, to fill it up to the top. It's up to you. Think outside the box. Another way, thinking outside the box. Do something you've never done before. If you never jogged, jog. If you never took a walk, take a walk. If you never planted a seed, plant a seed and see how it grows. Think outside your box. Do things that you would never do because fear will have you stagnant and stuck in a place you don't want to be. Fear will tell you that you're good just being in Philly. Don't go nowhere else. Fear will have you doubt every step you take. When you get that little feeling in your stomach and you're like, you're supposed to still go through with it. Eat that shit up because fear will get you like that. Fear will pull up on you and be like, I got you. You were scared to do it. Don't be scared. Let it go and let it flow. That little butterfly or whatever that is in your stomach is going to pass. Everything has to come to an end. Don't we all know that? We born to die. So why not go hard? Why are you living? Who am I to tell you how to live your life? All I can do is give you the tools that I use for myself. That's it. And that's all. I don't want to tell people what they should and shouldn't do. But I am going to tell you what I've done and what I've seen other people do and what I see people do to make steps move forward in their life and what people have done to go backwards in their lives. I've seen it. I've been backwards. We've all been there. Are we willing to stay there? I can't be complacent with just not living out the dreams that I have, not trying to go for what I really truly want to do. It took me until I was 30 goddamn 8 years old to get on the airplane. Not to say I wasn't scared, but I had the fear of going places and being in different atmospheres. And then I go to these places and I know people everywhere I go. How real is that? Everywhere I go, somebody is there that I know. I was in Orlando. I had 2 friends down there. Then the cruise was down there. I got a girlfriend with a pet grooming business, and I didn't even shout out her grooming business, but she's in Orlando, and I can't think of the name right now. But when I get it, I will make sure that I give her a proper shout out. She has a pet grooming business down there, grooming dogs for the rich and the famous. So all I can say to y'all is step outside your box. Don't allow fear to move you in a place you don't want to be. Allow fear to kick your ass so that you can go and jump into that pit you thought was fiery, and then you jump in it, it's pillows. Allow fear to do that for you. Don't allow fear to take over, but let fear assist you in your endeavors. Let fear promote your journey. Don't let fear take over it. That's real. Stepping outside the box. Another thing I was telling y'all about, I'm into the astrology and everything. When we are studying ourselves, we figure, what do I need to study myself? I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I. No, you don't. You have no fucking clue. The reason why I say that is because things change. You don't know what your future self is willing to put up with and willing not to put up with. But when you're studying yourself and you read up on your astrology, your chart or whatever, I do charts too. You look up your sign, and then you find out what the moon was in, what Venus was in, what Mars was in, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. These planets were orbiting at the same time you were born on Earth. Those planets were orbiting too, and they all have a sign that they were in. So your chart does not just consist, like I'm a Taurus on a cusp with Aries. My moon is in Pisces. My Venus is in Pisces. Mars is in Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. No, Mars is in Libra. Mercury is in Taurus. So all of these different things I learned about myself, and then I read each sign to those placements, and it made me aware of other things that even though I knew, but it gave me a little bit more insight on them. And I'm like, damn. For instance, my Venus is the planet of love, luxury, and all those things that feel really, really good. Venus. They say women are from Venus and men are from Mars. But my Venus is in Pisces. Now, if you know anything about Pisces people, they're fickle, which means they never fucking know what the fuck they want to do when it comes to love, whether they want to be in love or out of love, or, Pisces have a whole husband one day and then be like, I don't love this man no more. He gets on my nerves, whatever. That's what my Venus is in Pisces. So when it comes to love, luxury, repose, all of those things that I really, truly, truly love and like, I do get confused about them. I do go through those things. Now, mind you, I knew I was confused about them, but I didn't know it until I read it, that this is why you're confused about these things, because you need to have a stronger foundation on what you believe love is, a stronger foundation on what you believe a home is, a stronger foundation on what you believe luxury is. That's all. It taught me that from just reading my chart. So me thinking outside the box to study me a little bit better, I went to the astrology. You can't be afraid of looking at the chart and realizing that it's going to tell you some things that you're not ready to hear. That chart is going to open you up. That chart is going to tell you things that you might have known already, but you just didn't take too much heed to it. You just was like, whatever. But when you keep reading something, the same thing about yourself, is a reason for it. Is a reason why you keep seeing the same things. That means you have to do some work. We have to realize that when you're working on yourself, you got to put the work in for self. Because you can be selfless or selfish. And you decide how you want to do that. You pick and choose how you would like life to be for you. You really have authority. You are the author of life besides your creator. Thinking outside the box. Here's another thing. This might not, people might not feel this, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's crystal clear thoughts. A lot of us have people that passed away in our lives. What we don't do is acknowledge their spirit, which is continuing to journey We don't celebrate them enough. We get drunk, yeah, and smoke a little weed for them. Shout out to the homies who not here. But I'm talking about going a little bit deeper. Going into meditation and actually having a conversation. For instance, my mom passed away when I was 8. Crystal Lewis, hence the name of the show, Crystal Clear Thoughts. Letting my mom's memory live within. But also, I have conversations. I send love to her and thank her for giving birth to me and for allowing me to be a part of this journey that was part of her journey because I am her daughter. Spirit is always willing to connect with you. Don't be afraid to connect with spirit. We all have that spirit within us, godly spirit. Some of us get low. We got that, satanic spirit. You're in control of that. Y'all looking for a devil and a God in the clouds, and it's within. Have those conversations with your family. Talk to those loved ones that passed form and give them the love that you probably couldn't give them when they were here. Show them that you still care. Mom, I give you all the love, and I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you allowed yourself, sacrifice yourself for me to be in a better place in life because your sister had to raise me and she did a damn good job. And I want to thank you for loving me, even though you weren't able to love me as long as you needed to in the flesh. I love you. Talk to your people. Talk to them. Let them know that you still carry on the legacy here on earth in the flesh. That is part of your journey. And it's helpful. That spirit will send back that love. It'll come back to you. Are we afraid of ourselves? Are we afraid of ourselves? Our power, the magic that dwells within us. Are we really truly afraid? Because if you are, then I'm not for you. I'm not for you. Crystal Clear Thoughts is not for you. But if you're willing to get rid of the normalcies that's in your life and say, I'm going to step outside the box today and do something different and meditate on a different vibe. Wake up early in the morning and say, thank you for everything. I'm so grateful for everything I have. Let your day be great. Speak the things that you need and want and desire into existence. Step outside the box. I would like to just shout out people who understand how important it is for us to be one, for us to be in a healthy state of mind, because the earth is reflecting, just like we reflect each other, the earth is reflecting us too. The earth is reflecting your inner thoughts, your inner desires, your inner wants and needs. The earth is reflecting that. It's tangible, but are you willing to do the work with yourself and be open to receive what is going to be given to you? But not a but. Are you open? Are you open and aware? Are you open and aware? Are you really ready to receive what this world can give you? Or are you afraid to have the things you dream of? I'm not afraid to have the Rolls Royce and the big house and all of that stuff. I'm not afraid to grind. I'm not afraid to do what I got to do for that. I'm not afraid to do it. Was I? Of course. Who doesn't step up like that? Some people have the fear, but they punch fear in the face and go for it. I didn't do that. I didn't get into that until I was a little older. I was pushing 30 by the time that hit me. And I knew, okay, it's time to do something different. That's when I joined the Moral Science Temple of America. That's when me and my godmom, Dolores Ellison, I love you. That's when we got together wholeheartedly about 10 years ago. And we've been kicking it ever since. That's my spiritual mother. That's my godmother. But it took me to find me in order to have people like her in my life. Because she assists me so much. And if you can, send some love vibes to my mamas, all my mothers. Send some love vibes to all the mothers, all my mothers. I love y'all so much. We thinking outside the box today. Today is Think Outside the Box Thursday. How far are you willing to go so that your plate can be full? How far are you willing to go so that your family's needs can be met? How far are you willing to go to break cycles and chains? How far are you willing to go? I'm living a dream right now. And I'm so thankful. I'm so inspired. Orlando owes me nothing. Shout out to Orlando. I'll be down there. It's on. But I just want y'all to know that it's important to step out on those limbs, to go full throttle, and to believe in yourself. Believe in you. It takes you first before anybody else can. You know, everybody, I have over 3,000 friends on Facebook, maybe 4,500 friends. Altogether, I'm on the social media. I might get 50 people might like my page. I mean, a picture. The most I probably got was 200 and something likes. Maybe it's because people didn't see it, or maybe people just scroll and just look, but they don't really want to double tap or like anything. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. All I know is that I feel like if you know and you hear me and you know that this right here is something that can help me evolve and you can be a part of that, be a part of it. Share, like, subscribe to A Radio, subscribe to Queen NEEN Brown, subscribe to Crystal Clear Thinkers. Subscribe to these things and share it and let people know that there's another sister out here doing something big. Are we selfless or selfish? I promote a lot of people on my page all the time. Is it the same? I don't know. But I'm not obligated for it to be reciprocated because everything I do is from the heart. I'm not looking for anything in return. All I'm doing is asking. You can do it or you don't. It's got to get done, you know? Thinking outside the box. Another thing to think outside the box. Oh, people. When you meet people and they're giving you giving you a piece of them and letting you in their world just a little bit, you should respect that. Because some people are closed off and they don't want people to know shit about them. And they could care less about what you have to say or what you think. But when you have people who are like willing to just open up just a little bit because they feel that you have good energy, that goes a long way. Think outside the box. Where would you want to go and be and meet new people? Where would you want to go and be and take your family? Where would you want to go and be and take your lover? Where would you want to be in the world? Where would you want to be? It's always 1,000 ways to cut some red tape. And we are in a stage of life where all we do is got cut it. Chop, chop. It's time. We're in an information age. It's time. Everything is out here for us to learn, to understand how to be better at being ourselves. Are we ready to sacrifice all those negative thoughts we had and to exchange them for some positive thinking? I'm gonna light the blunt on that one. Are you willing to let go of negative thinking, negative traits, negative mind frame to receive positive thoughts, positive traits, and positive mentality, a positive mentality? Are you willing and able to receive those things? Somebody let me know. What are you willing to sacrifice in order for your future to be beneficial? You got to let things go in order to bring things in. You know, they say out with the old, in with the new. You got to let shit go. You can't be holding on to mean ass feelings from 20 years ago on people. You can't be holding on to shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You can't hold on to none of that shit. Let it go. Are you willing to sacrifice negative traits, thoughts, actions, whatever? Are you? Because it's that time. It's that time. If y'all keep hearing that bing, 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 that's my foot touching the pedal on my chair. Once upon a time, I didn't know who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, and where I wanted to go. Today, the picture is a little bit clearer. I have a better vision. And if I say so myself, I've made it thus far. I am probably supposed to be a statistic. I could have been in foster care. My family didn't have to pull me in. I could have been adopted by somebody that could have did all kinds of crazy shit to me. I could have been through some bullshit. But the path that was designed for me was designed for me. So I'm so thankful that I was able to escape that statistical error, because this is how the world thrives, on stats. You know, yeah, I'm a single baby mama. I got a boyfriend, but I'm a single mama. You know, my child's father is not in her life, but I don't have any regrets or any bad feelings towards him. I wish him and much success, love, joy, peace, whatever, because that seed he planted gave me a new path. How could I walk around with thoughts of resentment when I have my girl here who's everything I've ever wished for? So when I say stepping outside that box and thinking different, this is why. Anybody can be like, oh, you take them to child support, do all, everybody can say that. But what the fuck does that get you but a check? That don't mean it gets you respect or your child the love and that they need. I can make money on my own. I'm not saying I don't need support. Everybody like a little support, but I'm saying I have been supporting me. So me looking for a check from someone I've had a child with, that's just not what I'm going to do. I'm not telling other people don't do that. That y'all might have a different type of relationship with your baby fathers. But me thinking outside that box is like, if I was to indulge in that, it will bring negativity into my world. Because who wants to fight somebody over their shit? That's his money. Do what he want to do. If he decides to take care of his child, he'll do it. But should I live with that type of mentality? Oh my God, my baby dad ain't shit. No, I would never. You'll never hear me talk about him and say he ain't shit. Even those who are around that know both of us personally know, I don't really have nothing negative to say. Because we both laid in the bed. I just happened to make my side of that bed. I made mine. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's thank you. I'm thankful. I'm thankful and grateful. So that's my mentality of stepping outside the box. Because I could have thought the way others wanted me to think, the way others wanted me to be. Girl, you better go down there and do it. No, that's not the way I'm living my life. My life is intended for me to live it the way that I want to live it. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to live my life to the fullest potential and strive for all the things that I want. But I'm asking my crystal clear thinkers out there, are you willing to do those things for yourself? What do you really want in life? What do you desire? What do you need? What are you looking for? What are you asking for? When you pray for something, are you going into deep detail about it? Because that's what you got to do. Because you'll be like, oh, I need a man. Then you get a man and he beating your ass. No, you ask for what you want. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall open. And if the door open, baby, walk on in. Period. I can't stress enough how Orlando for the week gave me a whole 360 into the life and the things that I love to do. It's a tourist town, first of all. So it's always new people in and out of Orlando. So imagine all the people you can touch just being in Orlando. That was just my 1 week there. All those people that I met, the numbers, the Instagrams, all those people. I met so many people. White, black, Puerto Rican, Chinese, whatever. I met them all. And they loved me and I loved them. They loved on me and I loved on them. I showed them that love is my higher power. And guess what? They couldn't do nothing but understand it and receive it. And they were open to receive it. And that's why everything was so beautiful. From the hotel to the people I met at Westgate, to the people I met at Universal, at Event Islands of Adventure. Oh my gosh. Icon Park. We had a ball. Because energy is everything. If you start off with a negative vibe, your day gonna go negative till you can change or alter those thoughts. I'm just saying, this is just what it is. I'm not forcing you to believe what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I've seen and what I've been through and what I've endured. I had a bottle of wine, y'all. I didn't even take a sip of that wine. But I'm gonna go ahead and pour a glass of wine for my spiritual family. Have a glass for the spirits, my mama and them, my great grandma, my dad Ron. And have a drink, some red wine. Don't get all taboo and boogie booed out and shit when you hear me talking like that. I love everybody, those who pass form, to the children that are being hurt. I want to send love to you. To the people on the streets, please put the guns down. Let's do something different. Let's think outside the box. So I want to take a toast to thinking outside the box for Thursday. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's good. Have a toast for that, thinking outside the box. Thinking outside the box Thursday. Crystal clear thoughts, baby. I mean, we all in this together. We all in this together. And it's going to take time, healing, but it starts with self. And it ends with love. That's all. Crystal clear thought of the day. Thinking outside the box can only catapult you in the right direction. It eliminates how fear is working with you. It gives you hope to know that you have the ability and power to do things that you want to do. And I'm not just talking about taking trips. I'm talking about your dreams, your desires. all of the things that you say you want to put out there, it can happen. But you got to be willing to learn who you are and study yourself, because it goes a long way. When we think outside the box, we give ourselves opportunities to go the extra mile, or to see things we never saw before, or to meet people we never fathomed we would meet, or to receive things we never thought would come our way. We have to be open and honest with ourselves. Stop looking for others to find fault in. Stop pointing a finger at everybody when it's all about you. Because when you point your finger, you got 3 of them pointing back and a thumb sticking up. Don't shoot the messenger. Take heed. We got to do better. Somebody's promoting happiness in their lives and you feel as though you need to write your negative ass comment down. It's cool, but just remember, that's what you're reflecting. Period. It is what it is. Ain't nobody mad at you. Can't be mad. But you got to know that other people's struggles should not be your struggles. Everybody has their own story. Everybody is the author of their story. You can illustrate it. You can write it out. You can do both. But you have the ability to write it out the way you want it to be written. Crystal clear thought of the day. Step outside the box. Philly, I know you got my song ready and queued up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Crystal Clear Thoughts with your girl, Queen NEEN. We do this each and every Thursday. I'm supposed to have Bobby Holiday, the Bobby Holiday Experience next week. I got to make sure he's still coming on. If not, I'm going to reschedule him for a show as soon as possible, because I really love Bobby Holiday. I love what he's doing. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who's doing big things. Hit me up. Let me know what you want to talk about on the show. Write in. Let us know. We need interns. We need people to come through and put work in, so this business can get bigger and bigger, so that we can be on a different level as far as, evolving as crystal clear thinkers. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all catch me each and every Thursday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in to A Radio, because there's always something going on A Radio. ARadio.com, A Radio on YouTube, A Radio Instagram, A Radio Facebook. Don't matter. Hit us up. Queen NEEN Brown, Instagram, Facebook, at Crystal Clear Thinkers, Instagram. I love all you guys. We out. But just know, we'll be back. All black penny, how I got here. Some bitches on the rise like I'm hot here. You ain't gotta have my back, I got a lot there. Making papers what I'm into. Learned again from all the shit I've been through. Street life got me sharper than a Ginsu. Gotta grind hard, bills due, rent due. You see me looking yummy in a video. I see you looking bummy like a silly hoe. They mad that my pockets all grown up. These hoes should be sitting in a donut. Hold up, lights on me like a light pole. Fucking with my fam, I go psycho. These bitches suck like lipo, but these niggas know I'm bad like Michael. He wanna fuck with a queen. He wanna fuck with a queen. He wanna fuck with a queen. Here she come. Your man's on my top, he tryna slide on. Heard the titty